I walk into the party, my name is at the door. I get myself a drink as I make it to the floor. I walk into the party, get my name at the door. But they want more, it's me, get ready for. Do you wanna take a picture of me?
One of these days, there will be a fight where, like, 100% haste on cooking will be, like, the most pro fucking thing ever. And you'd think it would be this fight because everything's on fire anyway, so it's like, hey, the whole room's a cooking fire. But no!
You know what? When that day comes, I'm going to be so prepared.
I was just ahead of the curve.
Remember how last week I said, worst week of raiding ever? It got worse.
I understand the need to work on progression, but I don't understand why we can't do farm bosses as well. And the fact that we played like shit last week and got down all the most of the farm bosses versus almost no farm bosses this week and a little bit of progression, I just felt like very poor mismanagement of the time we had.
So this week we tried to do as much content, obviously, as we could. We only got 3 bosses down. I think we spent most of our time on Heroic Magmaw. Probably somewhere between 75 and 90% of our time was on this boss.
You can get pretty close.
He's got a huge, or very small aggro range.
In between those 2 pillars on the right side, the midpoint of those 2 pillars on the right side is as far in as you can go before you body pull.
Yeah, just right there is perfect.
Yeah. He worked on Heroic Magmaw all week. All week. We tried stacking up with 7 healers. We tried stacking up with 8 healers. We tried spreading out with 7 healers. Tried spreading out with 8 healers. We tried 3 tanks and a kiter, 2 tanks and a kiter, 2 tanks and 3 tanks and 5 tanks. And I mean, we went through so many strategies and so many different things, and it was like nothing was working.
And long story short, didn't fucking kill him. But I think the biggest advancement we made in our strategy this week was that we went from having the raid stack up and move as a single unit to having them spread out.
It shot me up, and it actually disappeared on my screen, and then I was next to the spike.
Thanks everybody for coming out tonight.
Fucking Magmaw took a stab like a boss.
We killed exactly 3 bosses this week. Heroic Halfus, regular Omnitron, and regular Magmaw. That's it.
Now, I think it was worth it in the end, because we are bashing our faces against Heroic Magmaw in a fashion that a heroic progression-based guild should, especially if you're trying to push, not technically world first, but if you're trying to push the top 100 spot, you bash your face against a boss until it's dead. That's how guilds work. That's just how it goes.
Maybe we can try some other heroic modes and see if we can get these down. But there's some question as to whether that's possible, because we're really hitting the point where we think the rest of the hard modes really are going to be more difficult than what we're seeing so far. So we're kind of at the beginning of our uphill trend here.
The 10-man team got down another heroic mode. We killed Maloriak and started working on Conclave of Wind. So the 10-man team is moving along quite well.
Great job. Fucking beautiful.
Nice to see.
Incoming fire.
I failed him.
On the left wall, we're trying not to stand near the pillar at any point in time. The spike at any point
I'll
in
just
time.
hump you.
Yeah, as usual. Just another Sunday night.
The other thing that happened this week was that Clawandorder approached me on Thursday, I think, to let me know that he is leaving Big Crits.
At first, he wasn't particularly impressive. I mean, his numbers were above Lilu, but not particularly amazing. He had some issues with standing and bad shit.
He said that he's got some friends on another server. He wants to go play with his real-life friends. He's got 3 friends in some other guild, and he wants to go play with them, which sounds like a load of horseshit, and turns out it is. But then he, dropped on me that, he really can't take the the hate that's thrown at him by Grive.
Because he sort of took Lilu's spot. Even though, all raid spots are sort of up for grabs, I guess he was getting shit for it, and I wasn't really privy to that, but I could tell that he felt frustrated when I talked to him about it.
Suddenly, his numbers are fucking amazing, and his survivability is also much better. In fact, his numbers are so good, he regularly beats the, OP classes, such as, myself. Well, of course, I'm more of an OP player than an OP class, but I digress. He's, regularly giving me and a lot of the other good healers a run for their fucking money on the, healing meters, for whatever that's worth. And obviously, now he just fucking blows Lilu away, performance-wise.
It's just really frustrating to me, and I'm sure Grive says some stupid shit all the time. And he just does stupid stuff sometimes. And I'm sure that he was doing this probably... Lilu possibly didn't even know about this.
If I think that you don't belong here, I'm going to say you don't belong here. I'm not going to go out of my way to try and get you kicked, to try and get you to leave. If you annoy me, I'm going to let you know that you annoy me.
The fact that this kind of bullshit basically just cost me one of my best fucking healers seriously fucking enrages me. And, if Grive or anyone else pulls that kind of bullshit on one of my healers again, and causes them to feel so uncomfortable that they fucking leave, I have personally called dibs on the G-kick button. There's your fucking warning.
I'm glad he's gone. There was too much drama associated with him. I didn't like his attitude, I didn't like the way he played, and I didn't like the fact that he was accepted in the guild in the first place. It has nothing to do with him taking Lilu's spot, supposedly.
What's that phrase? Something along the lines of evil happens when good men do nothing. So I did nothing, and I allowed Grive to continue his abuse of Claw, and subsequently Claw left.
The only person in this guild who we unfairly pick on is Stony Baby. Because he's the boss, so that makes it funny instead of just outright fucking dick.
Big Crits Raiders, the game's fun and all, but we do stuff. We have beers, we play, we go to BlizzCon and get naked, we do dumb shit,
See, look at this. We're out of the apartment. We're out of our respective places. We're socializing.
Vitamin D?
Yeah.
Kicking ass.
Vitamin semen?
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.